Hey, good day, America. How's it going? Hey, let's have some fun with Donald Trump, huh? This is the Donald Trump comedy show number 2. So, rumor has it that Donald Trump actually never wanted any children. It just so happens that on 5 separate occasions he had a hole in his condom. Hey, America, what type of mouthwash does Donald Trump use to gargle with after eating out a prostitute's you know what? Russian vodka, of course. So, yesterday Donald Trump said he's going to start an investigation into voter fraud, right? And then MSNBC reported that, hey, you know what? Sir, your son in law and your daughter Tiffany and Mr. Mnuchin and Mr. Bannon all are registered to vote in 2 different states. So I guess the probe of this investigation kind of needs to start real close to home. Speaking of probe, a proctologist looked up Donald Trump's ass, and of course, he found exactly what the majority of Americans found, that Donald Trump is just totally full of shit. Hey, speaking of shit, Donald Trump loves torture, right? So I got this great idea on how we could torture Donald Trump. If you're the enemy and you wanted to get information out of Donald Trump, how the hell would you do it, right? Well, we know he's a germophobic, right? So you strap him down to a chair, you know, you lock in his legs and you lock in his hands, and you take a bowl of shit. Nice, fresh, hot dog shit. Still has the steam coming out of it. And you put it right in front of his face on the table with his legs and his hands locked down in shackles. And you take the back of his head and you start pushing it down into that dog shit. And push it probably just enough to get the tip of his nose, maybe his nostrils, into that dog shit. And because he's such a germophobic, he'd be screaming like a little baby, I'll tell you anything you want to know. Hey, you want the nuclear code? What do you want? He's such a thin-skinned little guy. He'd squeal like he's getting butt fucked, man. It's amazing. So how about this 20% import tariff that he wants to put on Mexican products coming into the United States? Well, probably a lot of people don't know this, but Melania Trump's gold-plated dildo, it's made in Mexico. So it actually costs $5,000. So, a 20% tariff would put a crimp in buying that damn thing. A $5,000 dildo would now cost $6,000 to the American taxpayer. So I guess, people in America that shop at Walmart, they're just going to have to settle, I guess, for the silver-plated edition or maybe the bronze-plated edition. Anyway, we'll see what happens with this 20% tariff anyway. So, a few months ago, Chris Matthews on MSNBC had a one-on-one interview with Donald Trump. And Chris Matthews kept pressing him on the subject of, would you put a woman in prison if she had an abortion? And finally, Chris Matthews got Donald Trump to say yes, he would incarcerate women that had an abortion. So let's think about this, folks. In the last 40 years, since Roe versus Wade, we've had like 50 million women get abortions, right? Right to choose. So Donald Trump's going to incarcerate all these women. You know how big that prison's going to be? We're going to have a federal prison the size of New York, Chicago, Los Angeles, And you know what? The American taxpayers are going to have to house these ladies, feed these ladies, clothe these ladies. Man, I'm thinking, something like that's going to probably shoot the deficit up 40, 50 billion dollars or trillion dollars. I don't know. So, today there is a pro-life march going on, and I heard one of the ladies on TV say, Donald Trump has brought God back to America. And I started laughing my ass off. I said, lady, you realize this is the guy who bragged about walking into the Miss Teenage America dressing room so he could look at plump, luscious, firm little 15-year-old bodies? These are the same girls that are your children? Yeah, he brought God back to America. Oh my God, what is wrong with these people? So, what do you think, folks? Donald Trump is quite the case, isn't he? So anyway, I heard Donald Trump is going to make Time Magazine again. God, that would make him happy. Now, this is just a rumor, but I heard that it's because of the honor, the dubious honor of having the most outstanding lawsuits pending against him at this time. Hey, America, the Uniform Code of Military Justice, this is the court system that everybody in the military, all branches, use. What do you call grabbing a woman by her pussy without consent? Leavenworth Prison. Hey, in the Uniform Code of Military Justice, what do you call a grown man who purposely walks into a Miss Teenage America dressing room to see 15-year-old girls? A bad conduct or dishonorable discharge. So, why did Donald Trump ask the federal government several times for a deferment to get out of the military draft? Because he knew getting butt-fucked in Leavenworth Prison wasn't any fun, man. So, America, how does Donald Trump butt-fuck the American people every single day if he's such a germophobic? Well, the answer is obviously, of course, he wears a condom. America, does everybody remember that song from the 1970s by Jay and the Americans? Only in America. Well, folks, it's only in America that Donald Trump, if he was in the military, would have been given a dishonorable discharge, sent to Leavenworth Prison, been put on a sexual predator list, and we elect him the President of the United States! God, I love America! Holy shit. So America, Donald Trump, again, is a germophobic. So how does he sanitize himself before eating out a woman's privates? He washes his mouth out with soap. Hey, Mr. Trump, the Donald, do you get the double meaning of that joke? So, America, why are Ivanka and Donald Trump's clothing factories overseas? Because they know that people are stupid enough to believe his America First slogan. Boy, people are so freaking gullible, aren't they? Holy crap. So, you know what? I make some dildo jokes about Melania and Trump and stuff, but she actually seems like a very classy lady. Really, probably like a 10 on a scale of 1 to 10. So how in the hell did she end up with a husband that's a 1 on a scale of 1 to 10? What the hell? So, my feeling is that during the courtship, Donald Trump probably lied about everything. His accumulated wealth, his penis size, his sexual endurance. According to Donald Trump, even without Cialis, he can maintain an erection for 4 hours. And the one thing Donald Trump never lies about is his ego and the size of his balls. There's no doubt about it. So let's look at the size of some sets of balls, all right? So America, you see these? These are the combined size of the balls of the Democrats in Congress. These are the combined size of the balls of the Republicans in Congress. But America, these are Donald Trump's balls. Hey, when you got an ego as big as Donald Trump, America doesn't stand a chance. America, Congress, the general public, we got to start fighting back. We got to get some bigger balls. What do you think? Holy crap. So America, I was thinking of what words in the dictionary might describe Donald Trump. Actually, from the time he was in business all the way through the campaign and the way he's still behaving. So I thought, wonder what the dictionary says is an asshole. Well, this is what the dictionary says. I'll show it to you right here. I don't know if everybody can read it, but it says arrogant, shallow, selfish, hateful, offensive, a liar, egotistical, asshole. Anybody yet? Sounds kind of like the president to me, doesn't it? So I looked up another word. I was like, he kind of sounds like a prick to me. So, sure enough, prick. Pampered, rude, ignorant, callous, knucklehead. Well, a lot of people over the last few months I talked to think Donald Trump is basically a whiny little baby. So I looked at the word childish in the dictionary. And here's what it means. Conceited, hypocrite, infamous, lewd, disturbing, idiot, sinister, and heartless. Does that sound like anybody we know? So look at all those words that the dictionary used as adjectives to describe Donald Trump. And yet America elected this guy president of our United States. Folks, I'm just going to end it with this, and that is, because you got to laugh, but on a serious note, you know what? I think after looking at all those words and then we elect this guy the president, there's something going on with our family values that just, they're going downhill, folks. The core values of the United States Air Force are integrity first, service before self, excellence in all you do. And Donald Trump flunked all three of those core values. And I showed you he would have been kicked out of the military. But only in America can we elect him the president of the United States. Hey, folks, have a good day.